In this episode, we talk all about Musselburgh beanies, dog coats, and new whips, a full body colorwork sweater. Stay tuned. It's all coming up next. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yaleen and I'm so happy that I can show you all my knitting and crochet adventures right here from Bloemfontein, South Africa, mid-South Africa, central South Africa as they call it. Alright, so let's quickly dive into my finished objects that I've done since I last saw you, and I'm going to show you some of them. So first up, I have a baby Musselburgh beanie. The Musselburgh beanie is such a versatile pattern and have so many options. I love that beanie pattern. And it was the first time that I actually knitted the baby version, which went so quick. It was gifted as a gift for a baby shower to one of my daughter's teachers who was pregnant last term. Well, she gave birth shortly after the first term here in South Africa. And I gave that together with the Perfect Newborn Socks, which I think was featured 2 episodes back, the one with Anita. I think it was 46. And so, yeah, I love that beanie. The pattern is by Isolde Teak, and what I did was, I will have photos over here. What I did was I used undyed 75-25% nylon base fingering weight yarn, and I've paired it with a pink leftover yarn from my stash, which I didn't even know who is the indie dyer. I didn't keep the tag. But I used that in this beanie. So the option is there to have the white side on the outside or have that on the inside and then the pink as the beanie and on the outside. So that was really a quick knit. I can highly recommend the pattern. It's a great gift idea for a baby shower. A great idea. But you know me, I love this pattern. I mean, I don't even know how many I've knitted this far, Musselburgh beanies. And obviously I knitted another one. And this is the adult, what size was this? I think it's the extra large that I've done. The extra large beanie. This was done. Do I have the tag? Do I have? Yes, I do. I do. Oh, I'm organized. All right, so this is again the Musselburgh beanie pattern by Isolde Teak, and I've knitted this as a gift for a family member, the adult large, and using Big Fox yarn. They are an indie dyer in Cape Town. So this is superwash 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's a 3-ply sock sport weight yarn. 100 grams. For 100 grams, you get about 366 meters. And yeah, isn't it pretty? So what is so great, if you don't know the Musselburgh beanie, is you basically knit. You start, you cast on here, you increase up until a certain size, and you can use any type of yarn, from fingering to worsted weight. Doesn't matter. There is gauges for each type, and then it tells you according to your gauge how many stitches for the specific size you need to make. So you can literally start, and then when you're, say for instance, halfway through your increases, you can do your gauge checking, and then according to that, you make the pattern further. I love that. All right, so you do increases, and then you just knit in around a tube, and then you have, after a specific time, which is indicated in the pattern, you start with your decreases up until the end of the crown, And that is what is making it super versatile. So you can have 2 colors on either side, and you can do fading techniques in the middle, or whatever the case may be. There's so many opportunities in terms of color ideas that you can do in this Musselburgh beanie. So you can use both sides. So I'm going to tuck this side into that side, right? There we go. Make sure it's nice, and there we go. So you can have the one side on the outside, or you can change it around and have the other side on the outside. So there's so many opportunities. I love this pattern. And yeah, this is going to be gifted to a family member. I hope they will like it. So yeah, big fan of Musselburgh beanies. If you haven't tried the pattern, go for it. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I love this. I think this is quite slouchy. Or you can have it folded as a double rim. There we go. There was not really any yarn left over. I really calculated. What I did was I weighed my yarn at the start and up until I stopped my increases. So say for instance, that was, argument's sake, 10 grams. So I weighed my yarn, and I know that if I go too close by 90 grams that is already used, I must leave leeway to do the decreases. So I've knitted it according to my yarn that I have left over. And but such a great pattern. Highly recommend the pattern. All right, then the third finished object, which I have luckily here with me, is Starry Night Socks, which is one of my patterns that I will be gifting to someone. And so yes, I love the Starry Night socks because it's mosaic colorwork knitting. And so it's a very easy beginner colorwork, introduction to colorwork technique where you only use one strand at a time. So it's slip stitches and knit stitches, and then the next round you do the next color, slip some stitches, knit some stitches. And so it's really actually a very meditative knit, especially the part of the mosaic knitting. So my pattern is available on Ravelry, and I will have the details of my patterns in the description below. So the yarn that I used is, let me just quickly look for the tag. It should be here. It's not that one. Some of my tags flew all over the place now. Wait, here it is. It's just in front of me and I can't even see it. So this is from Knotty Habit. This is yarn from Knotty Habit. It's one of their Kaizo sock sets. So it looks like this. But isn't this colors just beautiful? So there's like a pop of color at the cuff, and then you start, the main colors at the top, just bringing a little bit of niceness to it, and then you do the contrast color. You have the mosaic crochet, you have a slip stitch heel flap, heel turn, picking up stitches in the gusset and gusset decreases, and then your normal toe. So this is a cuff down sock pattern. Absolutely love it. So this is the 3-ply fingering superwash 75% merino, 25% nylon based yarns that I've used. And you get in the sock set, you get, let me see, 100 gram of yarn, which is 366 meters. And then also the mini skein of 25 grams, which is about 91 meters. And oh my goodness, I always love their sock sets. Knotty Habit sock sets are really, really pretty. And love this color, purple pink color combo. It's truly beautiful. I love this. Oh, and the sock blockers I bought from Knotty Habit as well a few years ago. Can highly recommend their sock blockers. That's how I actually got to know about Knotty Habit, in fact. All right, it feels like I'm having all types of yarn thingies in my face. All right, the last finished item I don't have with me. It's on the body of our border collie called Charlotte, and I have knitted her a coat. It was a priority knit about a month ago when we started with our autumn season, and we're basically in our starting of our winter. And I knew that I had made Charlotte a coat last year, which was a granny square coat, which she absolutely loves. And I knew she needed more, warm clothes. Can we call it clothes? I don't know, wearable items, keeping her, nice and toasty. And so I have knitted her a dog coat. The pattern that I used, I want to show you the pattern. It's such a great pattern. It's like a recipe. You can do a small swatch. Based on your swatch and your gauge, you pop in the numbers in the pattern and your dog sizes the dog measurements that you took. And oh my goodness, such a great pattern. I can highly recommend it. I will show photos of Charlotte wearing her coat here. The pattern name is Perfect Fit Dog and Cat Sweater by the Knitting Dog. So Traveling Tree Designs. The pattern what type of pattern person are you? Tell me in the comments. Do you print out your patterns, or do you have it electronically available? Do you use knitting apps, like Knit Companion? How do you deal with your patterns? I love a printed pattern. I'm having this fear of my phone, because I don't have an iPad. Well, in any case, I have this fear that I would need my pattern and then my phone or whatever the case might be is dying. There's no battery. The battery is gone, and then I'm stuck. So that's why I'm just old school and I love a printed pattern. But anyway, this is the pattern by the Knitting Dog. She's got multiple patterns, but this was the original pattern. And like I said, a recipe. It's such a great pattern. I'm definitely going to knit more of these dog coats or dog sweater. So the yarn that I used was, in actual fact, leftovers. Let me grab my... let me grab my Hidden Gem shawl. And as you can see, I am very comfortably dressed with my sweatpants and my ranunculus sweater, looking very professional because it's cold. This I knitted last year with the felt fibers. This is also an indie dyer in Cape Town, I think. Felt fibers, the details will be down below. And from the leftovers, because I didn't use the full mini skeins from the 25-day Advent set, I have used, I think about the colors from this start to about somewhere here in Charlie's dog sweater, and held together with same as that shawl, in fact, because in that shawl also I held a undyed lace weight yarn, merino yarn, together with that yarn, which was a fingering weight yarn. I don't have the details here with me, but everything of that is in any case in my Ravelry page. And so I did the same technique. So what was nice is that I could just use my Hidden Gems as my gauge swatch. And based on that and that numbers, I could populate, my gauge into the pattern as well as then the measurements. And so I didn't have to do a specific swatch because that shawl was my swatch. So that is what I knitted Charlotte, and let me tell you, she loves it. She totally loves it. She is Queen Charlotte because queen dogs are obviously the ones that has merino yarn dog sweaters. So Queen Charlotte it is. Alrighty, so that is all my finished objects. 4 finished objects. I want to tell you quickly about my weekly lives. So maybe you don't know, and hence I'm telling you this. I have weekly live engagements on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we have a Show Me Your Whip type of live going on, where I have a specific group in my Made by Aline WhatsApp community group. There's a group for Crochet Your Whip where I share that week's Zoom details. So community members have the opportunity to join me on Zoom, which is then live streamed to YouTube, where you can show your whip. What are you busy with, And a lot of people get inspired by others showing what they're doing. It's very relatable if other people are showing their things. So I have a lot of fun during those lives. It used to be Crochet and Knit with Me. It's basically still just that, but I have the platform to give people the opportunity to show what they're busy working on, whether it's crochet, whether it's knitting, whether it's embroidery, whatever. You're welcome to join the Wednesday lives and show what you're busy working on. And then I have typically on Saturdays our make-along that we're busy with on Saturdays. So that is where we have the specific make-along for that month. Like for instance, we just completed the shift. There goes an alarm on my phone. We just completed the shift, Let's Shift Knit Along. Today, in fact, I'm filming this on the 31st of May. And it was so much fun to be able to be part of that knit along. And then we also celebrated the cast on for June, but I will talk about that a little bit later. So there's basically 2 lives every week. And even if you do not participate in the make-alongs, you're still very welcome to join the YouTube live sessions, because it just happens that we would talk about the shift patterns, for instance, and we would show our progress. And then we talk about F1 racing or whatever the case might be. So, it's really sit and craft and chat together. It's really a lot of fun. So I highly recommend you to join us in those time slots. It would be lovely to see you then. So let's talk about whoops. Works in progress. Whoops. I've got 3 whips to show you. Very excited about all 3 of them. The first one I'm going to show you is a colorwork sweater. So I am really in the business of trying to move over to wearable items, to things, and I'm not talking about shawls, and cowls. That is all very lovely, but I really want to do more cardigans, sweaters, things like that. And so I have like a whole list of all the things I want to make. The year is there's not enough time to do all the things, but I can always start. And so I don't even know when I cast it on, the Sleeping Beauty sweater by Eleanor Mortensen. So let me show you that, because this is now in my bag down here. Before we talk about before I show you my sweater, let's quickly talk about the yarn I'm using. So I think I'm gonna pop up a photo, because I cannot show you all the yarns, but I have used for my contrast color all the leftover yarns in my stash. No, I'm lying, not all the leftover yarns. I have color coordinated my yarns, and the base of yarn that I'm currently using for the main color as well as the contrast color is a single ply fingering weight 90% merino, 10% linen. It's one of my favorite bases. I love that yarn base. The contrast, or the main color I'm using, do I have it here with me? I think I do. Yes. The color I have, using it as my main color, this is held in my Lekker Cozy. It's a yarn cozy. It's one of my patterns, Lekker Cozy. I love a closed cozy. So this, let me just open it up so that you can see. It's so pretty. It has speckles in it, right? Like multiple colors, but very subtle. So beautiful. So this is Naughty Habit, single fingering, superwash, 90% merino, 10% linen. The color is one of her constant colors, and it goes with everything. It really does. It goes with everything. And for this 100 gram skein, this is my second one I started using. It's a 360 meters that you get. So typical fingering weight yarn. Love this yarn. And like I said, I'm using multiple leftovers from my leftover group. I group my yarns in yarn base. So this is all 90% merino, 10% linen. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. And like I said, I will show a photo of the yarns that I compiled together. So I've basically decided on having like a fade of colors. And you will see when I show you my sweater now, the progress on my sweater, which is really, I'm so proud, but it's hard work. Especially if you struggle with a tennis elbow. But I will talk about it in a bit. So what do you think about all the colors? I love this. I'm very proud of what I have done thus far. So my strategy is the following. You will see there's really gradient. It's a really good fade, I would say. And so I have aligned my yarns according to my color fade, but I would never use just one color at a time for my contrast color. So I would use two colors at a time. So I would use one color, the one contrast color row, then it's a main color. And no, I'm lying. One row, and then for the next row, the main color and the next color, contrast color. So I would alternate between the two contrast colors until the first one or the second one runs out, and then I will introduce the next ball, the color ball of yarn, you know. And that really creates a very strategic way of using your yarns in a pattern like this. Where it's not only one color and then the next color and then the next color, and then it's almost like a block format. I didn't want to have it like that, so I'm alternating my contrast color, which I think is giving a nice effect. So that's a tip that you can use. Furthermore, in terms of gauge, I think the pattern calls for 25 stitches per 10 centimeters, and I think 32 rounds. I can't remember the rounds. I'm not 100% certain on that. I'm almost getting gauge. I have a few stitches extra, but I think when I'm gonna, and okay, so now I didn't do gauge swatch. I know, I'm like living on the edge. This is risky business. Very risky business. And, but I have measured my gauge, unblocked, and I am very faithful. Is that the word? I have good faith that I will reach my targets and my gauge and it will fit. But I was thinking, maybe let me quickly do a fitting on here and let's see how it's going. Would you want to see that? All right, let's get to it. All right. I almost had heart failure just now. When I thought my what do you call this? My knitting loop became undone. I almost almost had heart failure, but it wasn't the case. All right, so it's a bit tight here because of the string holding the stitches, that's holding the stitches for the arms. But it's fitting beautifully. I am really loving it. So I don't like a short sweater, so it needs to still go a bit. Right. But I think I'm very happy with the fit. I'm very, very happy with the fit. I think it's going to be beautiful. So excited, so excited. What do you think? What do you think? Any comments? Let me know. All right, so let me get this off and then I'll continue talking about the Sleeping Beauty. All right, I'm back. I almost had a few heart attacks because I thought I lost my stitches, but it wasn't the case. And I quickly went to, because I have not fitted it. And I thought, let me run to the mirror and go and have a look. And I'm so impressed. I'm so excited. All right, so I will put everything back on my needles. This is going to stay a bit there so that I don't waste time. Yeah, I am so happy, so impressed. And yes, I've used the recommended needle size as per the pattern, and I can highly recommend this knit. All right, my next work in progress is socks. We know I love socks, and but this time around this is quite fun. I am using Unique. Where's my box? Unique socks. Unique socks. The hand-dyed self-striping matching sock knit. This is color number 60. And I remember buying this sock set. It's containing 250 grams and each one is holding 200 meters. So it's 400 meters in total. And I remember buying this at the Karoo Winter Wool Festival. I'm struggling with words today. In 2023 from Be Inspired. It's an online yarn shop. You can get knitting needles, higher needles there. All things yarn and knitting and crochet related and crafting related. Great online shop. And I bought it from Be Inspired at the Karoo Winter Wool Festival. And love this knit. All right, so when you buy this, it actually comes with a pattern that you can download specifically for this. But I didn't do that. All right, so what I've done is I took one of the 50 grams and I've knitted a sock tube, right? So started with it starts from this side that I started ribbing 15 rows of ribbing, knit one, pull one, knit. And what I've done is I have truly calculated. I've played yarn chicken like it's nobody's business, but I tried to have 15 rows of knitting on this side as well, of ribbing. And yeah, so I'm done with one sock tube. And now I am busy with the second sock tube. And I'm going to be doing afterthought heels and toes. So then I will have 2 pairs of socks. And so excited about that. But I'm just truly loving this colors. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. Right? So this is quite a lot of fun. You can see some markers in there. It's where I'm going to put in my toes and where I'm going to put in my heels. So everything is already measured out. And yeah, so now I'm busy with the second sock tube So much fun because it's just knitting, 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 knitting. And if you want to know, I am using the video tutorials from Crazy Sock Lady. She's got, in fact, two tutorials on afterthought heels and toes that I can highly recommend. So yeah, I'm using that, and love, 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 love this. This is just easy, on the go knitting. So much fun. So much fun. Alrighty. That is my second whip. And then my third whip is the Color Work Beanie Make-Along. The Make-Along that I'm hosting in June, which is a Color Work beanie. Where is my... Oh, here it is. So I am doing the pattern by Eleanor Mortensen. Again, she's featuring twice for the Sleeping Beauty, but not only that, for the Love in a Mist hat. What is so great about this pattern is that it is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's a color work pattern, and yeah, I just cast it on this morning. So let me show you the progress. First, let's talk about yarn. No surprise here. What am I using? 90% merino, 10% linen, single ply fingering weight yarn. And unfortunately, I do not know who dyed this yarn. It was gifted to me, and my friend is also not very 100% sure about this. Has been in her stash for such a long time. She gifted it to me, and so this is the yarn that I'll be using. So I only know the base of the yarn, but I do not know who dyed this yarn. This is a beautiful foresty dark green. So pretty. And then this is a multicolored, like green, peachy, blues, speckles. It's so pretty. So pretty. Love this. So I'm going to be using this. This is this as my main color. This is my contrast color. And yeah, I've just done the ribbing today, and we're doing very well. It's a 1x1 ribbing, and I'm going to now switch needles to a bigger needle size as per the pattern, and then I'm going to start the color work. So this will be my project for the June make along. So yes, if you want to join us for the make along, you are very, very welcome to still join us. There's no rules. You can start with a current whip. You can cast on a new one if you would like. Crocheters are welcome. Knitters are welcome. Maybe you want to do loom work, you know, or those, what do you call those fancy knitting machines where you're just going around? You can join too. But it's color work knitting and mosaic knitting, fair owl, whatever the case might be. Like I said, knitting, crochet, doesn't matter. You can start with a whip, you can cast on a new one. And by the end of June, if you're not done, it's not a train smash. We don't say that you have to have a finished object by the end of June. Because what is the fun in that, right? We are having fun and we're just taking things easy in this space. So if you want to join us on the WhatsApp community group, then send me a direct message to my Instagram or my Facebook page. The details are below in the description. Or you can send me an email to sales@madebyjalene.com and ask for the information, and I will send the link to you, a link to the group. And then, yes, we every Saturday, except for one Saturday on, I think it's the third weekend of June, I will not be having the live because I'm also in a drama group, which I will talk a little bit about just now. But so every Saturday there will be a YouTube live except for one Saturday, and where we can meet and greet, and I will send the group members on the WhatsApp group a link to Zoom where they can also then interact with me, interact with the YouTube live people, and show the progress on the colorwork beanie. So yes, it would be lovely if you want to join. It would be super cool. I would love to see you joining us. All right, so that is all the whips. I'm so excited. All right, let me quickly talk about my drama group. So I'm in a theatre school here in Bloemfontein called the Rabbit House Theatre School. There is pre-primary children, high school groups, and then there's an adult group where almost all of us are working professionals, and we have our classes on Monday evenings. And then we're having a show every 6 months, a musical comedy. This time around, we're having the show Robin in the Hood. Very funny. And we are having our show on the 19th. Is it the 19th? I'm not 100% sure. Yes, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st of June here in Bloemfontein. If you're in the area, please come and show some support. It will be super, super awesome if you can join us. There's some dancing, there's some singing, there's fun. It's a show for the whole family. It's family friendly. And yeah, so that week will be very busy with dress rehearsals and tech rehearsals, and then the shows from this Thursday night. So hence there will be no live or even a weekday live on the Wednesday during that week. It's too busy. I will not be able to do it. All right, let's talk about gifts and acquisitions. It's so funny. I remember a while back I was backed up with video footage, or rather video content. I'm so allergic now because of all the yarny things and taking off a sweater and putting on a sweater and so forth. I shown my birthday gift still very late in the year. And my one friend, she was so busy and she has held on to my birthday gift until we saw each other recently. And I want to show you the one thing she gave me. It's so nice. Love this. She got me a book, a switch and knit stitch dictionary by Tabeta Hedrick. And isn't that so nice? Because this has like so many patterns and stitch. It's a stitch dictionary as well. I think the stitch dictionary is at the front. Yeah, in the front there's some stitches, and then there's some pattern recipes, and there's 12 patterns for cowls, hats, sweaters and more, customized with over 85 stitch patterns. So there's basically 700 design possibilities. This is such a great gift to get. And so thank you for my gift. I love this. All right, and then acquisitions. I've got two things to show you. The first thingy is Knotty Habit, the Kaizo, which is knock your socks off, the Kaizo set. So I got I can't even remember the names of all the themes. Please forgive me. But it always comes with a written note from Knotty Habit, from Mincy herself. Yeah, it's so sweet. She really does a lot of effort to make sure that you get a handwritten note from her. It's coming in this box, and it's great for a sock knitter. So if you have a friend or a mom or a grandma or a child or granddaughter that loves to knit socks, perfect gift. Perfect gift. This and the next set that I'm going to show you. So let's quickly have a look at what is... Wait. There is one that I need to take out. There we go. There was extra thingies in here that is not meant to, that should not be in here. So let me just take it out. Quick. There we go. All right. Let me show the box. You can see I leave my boxes as I get them because I first want to show it to you. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to look at the yarn in a bit just now. Okay, let me take this out. So you get a candle, which is a scented crafty Naughty Habit pear and cinnamon soy candle. Nice. And also this time around there is a foot soak from Naughty Habit, lavender. Isn't that nice? So nice. There is a stitch marker from Pin Cushion Crafts. Always lovely. Love that. And then there's cookies from Blue Spoons. Okay, so I'm going to have this now with coffee. Yum. And a beautiful pin badge, which this is the Brillante. Yeah, that is the theme. Goodness gracious, there's so many hairs. Brillante pin badge. And then a voucher. Love this voucher. It's 50 Rand off and I can actually use it still till the end of June. So yes, I need to put this here so not to forget that. But then the star of the show. Look at this. Okay, so I'm into neons. I really love neons. Look at this. This is truly the Brillante Fiesta. So she gives you an option. She has the color scheme, which is this is the neons. Then she has an option, or you can do it like muted, or you can do it like all out bright. What did Yaleen choose? Bright. Alrighty, so this is so pretty. Love this. So this is a fingering 3-ply superwash 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's the Kaizo Club. You get 100 grams, 366 meters, and a 25 gram, which is 91 meters. And isn't this just pretty? So pretty. Right, so that is the one item I got. Then I got a sock set from Esteriza Yarns. They have a monthly sock set that they present, which is called Around the World. And April was the Northern Lights, right? Now, I love the Northern Lights. It's one of the things I would love to still do somewhere in my life, if I'm ever able to do it. Alrighty. Let me just get out all the things so that I can show you. Okay, so you get a passport, which is Around the World with Esteriza Yarn Creations passport, because that is around the world for this theme of this year, 2025. And so I have the April destination, which I'm going to paste in my passport. So cute, right? So cute. So the passport instruction says, starting from the left inside page, each page will contain 2 images, destinations. Each image has double-sided tape on the back. Carefully peel off the top layer of the tape and stick the image to the page. So I can keep, if I buy more sock sets for this year, I can put it in here. That's so cute. All right. And then they say, thank you so much for your support and notes. So nice. And then I also got this beautiful photo, which was obviously the inspiration for, it's a key holder. It's so nice for the sock set. Now, look at this. This is the April sock set. And it's so pretty. I love this. Look at that. Love these colors. Look at that green. Very well done. It does give you those Northern Lights feeling, right? So this is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base. It's a 3-ply sock weight. The main skein is no, together it's 110 grams. There's a 80-gram main color, and then which is about 280 meters on the 80-gram. And then for the 30-gram contrast color, it gives you about 105 meters. So that is quite nice. I love that. Love, 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 love this. All right, and that is all I have for you. Please comment below. Tell me what you thought about this episode. Did you enjoy it? What do you think about my Sleeping Beauty sweater? Do you like the Musselburghs? Are you going to knit one? Not? What do you think about the dog sweater? Tell me below. And then remember to like the video. If you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. And then thank you for spending the time with me. I really, really appreciate it. Share the video with other friends and other family members. I would love for them to come and join me too. And then until I see you next time, be blessed, happy crafting. Bye.